Hello and welcome everybody. This is a little project I need to do before I get off to the UK, before I go to the UK, and I thought I'd just quickly come on here and show you what I'm doing. I've had two doilies. I've got two of these. That one's just upside down, obviously. So I cut them in half. I glued down the top, so it made it not so frayed, and it's going in the middle, and I've got some ribbon here to go along the top because they're for two little girls, and the other one is getting this so they know which one's theirs. Plus they've got lining, which is this beautiful pink fabric flowers here, and the back is purple and pink. So I'll just find myself a needle, and sometimes you can just break this off without the scissors. There we go, it's pretty tough. So obviously it's still new, strong. Well, it's not new, but it's, yeah, you know what I mean. Right, get my thing going. It's a bit of a rainy cast over day today, so that's very good. I've got glue on my fingers. So what have I been up to and how are you all? I have moved my room around, my other room, my sewing room. I've got two rooms. The advantage of having two rooms is when your kids move out. So I'll take this one away. Oh, where's my pins? Oh, I left them out there, didn't I? I was wanting my pins to... Oh, yeah. It's my backup pins. I'll move that over. Just want to pin it down so it doesn't move. So obviously everybody knows that's a koala here in Australia, and they are on the east coast only. They don't belong here in Western Australia, but they are in wildlife parks. They're not native to Western Australia, and neither is the kingfisher, but it got brought over here, and the rosella, it's not the rosella, the colourful one from Queensland, I can't think what it's called. So all I'm going to do is just come up somewhere and go back down. Might just do that there. Just see what that looks like. Yeah, that's not too bad, that's good. All right, well, I'll continue on with that, and then I'll come back with something else. So I'm back to show you what I'm doing now. So I've stitched all the way around the koala the koala doily. And I've just got some pink thread. It looks different on the video than it does on the camera. And I've got my velvet, my pink velvet ribbon, and I'm just about to stitch that on. And then I will come back. So I'm back to show you. I've stitched all the way across, and the koala has been stitched down without the lining underneath. I haven't stitched that down because I'm not sure. I might just actually leave that. I think I like that idea. But what I wanted to show you was on the back, the other side of this, because I realised I had to have the back side of it, the other side of the bag. And then the other fabric was and then I found some of this beautiful flowers for the lining, because silly me, forgot how to make a bag. But this is part of, and then I thought this is a bit plain. So I went through and I found some doilies. Now this one needed rescuing. I couldn't find the exact pink, but I found close enough, so it would do. But I wanted to show you what to do with the edge of your doily sometimes. Now, I didn't know what type of edging this doily was, and then I realised it was blanket stitch. So I was able to go through my Auntie Joni's beautiful collection of crochet hooks, and this is a 1mm. So it's very tiny, but it's a bit time consuming, and I've just realised that's what that was for. So I'm using 963. I tried to get the exact colour, but I just couldn't, but it's good enough. And now I've realised it isn't the right colour, because I can see that now, but when you put it up close, sometimes it is. So this is good enough. So let's go and see. We just do this like a normal single crochet in US terms, a double crochet in Britain. But I think I'm getting a little bit short to do this. I mean, what I mean is the thread is getting a bit short. So that's how we've just come up from there. And what I'm going to do is collect this and pull that tight so that secures that off, because it's way too short to even go around there. I'm still trying to figure out how many threads they used for this. It's hard to tell when it's been threaded and you can only see the tiniest little bit left. And I've got to figure out, maybe I'll just try and undo that. Doesn't make it easy when you're not quite sure what's going on with it. Do you know what? I could just cut it. It's not going to make any difference. Right, just let me get this here. Looks like it's been dyed. That's darker there. Probably not. It's probably just the fact that it's faded in because it's old. Just trying to get that little bit off. Probably should have an unpicker. And my nails are not long anymore. There we go. Yeah, that's white there. Maybe they did dye it themselves. All right. Yeah, I don't think it's the whole skein of this, and yeah, it is really hard to tell. So let's just get a piece of this and finish it off. I'm just going to use the skein. actually going the right way. Yes, I am. So we'll put this through here. Excuse me. I will pull the end through to make a bit of a knot. No, I won't, because that won't work. Let me unpick that. Come on, let's go. Maybe the 6 strands is too thick. I'll take out one strand. And see how we got there. My fingers aren't bending very well today. I'm just going to stop the video for a moment. Right, I've done the first 2. I just couldn't get it to work. It just wouldn't go. So here we go. So there's another hole there. I just couldn't get it to start. Through the hole, yarn over or cotton over and pull through. Through the hole, yarn over, cotton over, if I can get it right, and pull through. So this is how it's done all the way around. So this basically, this single crochet is the base stitch or the foundation stitch for doing extra things. See, this is crocheted, and then you've got a what's it called? Picot or picot or something. I think that's what that means there. Let me see, what else do I have here? See, there's a single crochet, so that basically is your foundation piece where the holes are, and then you crochet into, and you start crocheting a design. And there's lots and lots and lots of designs. There's one there, look at that beautiful one. And obviously the design on the koala. So that's how that's how you start off getting a design down. There's another one there. So it's always done in, isn't that beautiful? Always done in a single crochet or possibly a blanket stitch, but I'm not sure. Maybe they do different stitches. Yeah, or I think this one here. This is a beautiful little apron. They have just done a trim for that. So that's another idea. You could always put on a trim, but it'd be very difficult to try and go around the corner, so it will bend slightly. Oh, what have I done with mine? There we go. Now, where were we? I was looking for my needle then, and my needle isn't what I need to look for. So I've just lost that, so now I'll just pick that back up again and through. I've not used the tiniest of hole before. Now what have they done? They've just gone hole, hole, hole. Okay, right, I don't know if there's one there. I don't think so. Let me see. Yeah, there's one in the tiniest little hole there. I think that's to represent the corner. Just try and do it as gently as I can. Now I have lost a bit of the yarn. There we go. If you find that you lose a little bit of the cotton like that and you go through, you just obviously pull your crochet hook out and redo it. And it makes that V shape. And to tell it's crocheted, it makes it like a little V up there on the top. Right, one to go. And I'll just blend it into the next one. And pull all the threads out. And there we go. So what I'll do here is I'll get my cotton. I won't do it on camera, but I'll get my cotton, my thread, not my thread, my big hook. And I'm just going to weave that in through the back. So that's going to go on here. So I'll stitch all that down. I'll stitch inside here as well to hold that down. So I need to do that. I can take that with me if I haven't finished. That's the other one to go on. And I wish now I had not glued that down. So don't do gluing if you feel like it's not going to work, because it's very hard to stitch into. Anyway, that's my mistake. And we do learn from our mistakes. So, and this is the purple one. So this one here, all I'm going to do is just come in and do an overcast stitch on the purple around it, and then I will stitch in here with just white. I might even just do my normal white thread cotton because I don't want it to be too much. And that is the other one. So hopefully I can get this done before I go away, and that'll be another video for you to watch. This is the other. I'll put this one down, and this is the other one that's going across. Even though they're going to be the same on the front, I wanted something different, so they knew that that they were, it was theirs, with just the two different ribbons, and one being purple back and one being a pink back. So I will leave it there. Thank you very much. So I'm back now to show you the finished product, and I've just got one more little thing to do, which I probably should have done it beforehand, but not to worry. So this is the finished pouch that's going to England. You can see that it's got lining in the middle, inside, and I got the idea from Sally from Dotty B Vintage. She sewed the corners on. So my ring's getting caught. She sewed the corners like this, and then what it does, it turns it into a little bit of a, what you call a boxed bottom. And I didn't realise it was, usually I do both the lining and the outside, and then you turn it in right way, but you don't really have to. I could always just clip that like that, and then that will stay up there. Obviously the other side is done, so maybe I'll just put a few stitches in just to hold that up out of the way. But you know, it's not going to really get in the way of the actual bag itself. So I've made the two, and it's the same with this one. So this is the first one. So it's a koala bear, and it's going to the UK. and on the other side is purple. I've stitched it down slightly. I was thinking about doing some running stitches, but I'm not going to. I think I like it like that. And this is the other one. Same front with some velvet ribbon across the top and pink, so the girls know which one is theirs. And then the other day I got an idea to embroider their name initial on the front. So this one is H. And this one is an E. I don't want it to be fancy because I'm not into fancy stitching when I've made something like this, because you've got to try and get it right. So where's the purple? Let's do the purple one first. I'm probably not going to do the whole lot on camera, and I haven't set myself up for threading my needle, so I'll do that now. I'm not going to put a knot in, I don't think. I think I'm just going to go straight in. Hopefully I won't get to the other side. So just to close off that hole, you just give a little bit of a scratch and it's done. Do you know what? Maybe I will put a little bit a knot in. I'll just do a single knot. I will pull that back and get my scissors, give that a bit more of a snip so you don't see the thread. There we go. So what am I going, I think I'm going to do stem stitch, and you know, I need my book. I can't remember. I haven't done it in a while. I think this is in alphabetical order. Satin, split, stem stitch. Probably doing it too wide, deep I should say. That will do. I've got my thumb under there, so if I feel the prick, I know that I'm doing it too long, so I'm doing it too wide, too long. Knowing that I've got my thumb there, so I know if I go through to the fabric. Not that it really matters. The girls aren't going to know. They're not going to worry. So what I'll do is I'll just continue down here. I'll just do this one side. Hopefully this won't take too long. I wonder if I'm on camera. Yep, sometimes I don't know. So how is everybody today? I've got 5 days. Well, this is Thursday. I don't know, I might get the video up. My vintage haul's gone out today. Video. Excuse me. I just had a bit of lunch. And I'm going to try and get this one up to go out, but I leave in 5 days to the UK. And I'm very excited. I can't wait to see Sally. And then I'm taking a fair bit of stuff in my bag, so it'll be empty when I get there. Then I'm off to Chester on the 12th of May. So what I'm going to do is tie a knot here. Yeah, finger there. So when I go in, carry the thread up. That'll do. It should take that knot through. There we go, heard the click. Pull it slightly so the thread hides back underneath. That looks good, I like that. I hope the girls are they're gonna love it because it's got a koala on it. Obviously you don't get koalas in the UK, so just one, I'm only just doing a single knot so it's thin. Is that going to work down there? Yeah, probably. Or unless I go across. Hopefully I've got enough. I will continue this on later, not now. I just want to do something else with you. Need to continue on. Where is my texter? Texter. Pen, black pen, pen. Not my little doggy pen, my pen. Black pen. Not you, little pen, even though she is black. There we go. All right, I'm just gonna, you don't need to see me do that. You know that's what I'm doing there. And then I will do that on the E, and I'll find some lovely pink. Don't know where that came from. So I've come back on here to show you a little video of the little bags finished. I can't remember where I'm up to with where I left you last. So I've put some little handles on there. I've done the E, and I've just realised I've got to iron that off. And on the back is that. And there's the H with the handle. My daughter suggested that, so that was good. And that's the back on that. So I want to thank you very much for watching the video, and like and subscribe if you like what you see. Thanks everybody. Bye bye.